All right, we're back.
Are we back?
La 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 la.
Well, now you're talking. You're fucking with your mic. So, okay.
Wait, hold up.
What up?
I need you to move.
Me? Why? Oh.
I want to face you when I tell you how much of a moron you are.
Okay, I don't get why you think I'm a moron, okay? So, so let me look at,
Fine, you're not a moron.
So this is what I had written down.
Okay.
So, one of the things that we're having an issue with, I guess, right now is that
we're at a
Aaron
disagreement.
left the room for the last episode. He did a little
Correct.
gag, and
Haha,
I
funny.
kind of talked about an idea that popped into my head when we came to the studio today, and that was that I think it'd be cool for us to kind of appeal to two different types of audiences, because I have a
Correct.
friend who, I tried recommending the show to. He doesn't watch anime, and I thought, well, we've talked about like some drinking stories and like some other minute small stuff here and there.
Yeah.
So I thought, because the podcast that I listen to, they kind of they have some structure, or other times they just talk about fucking anything. That's to me a normal podcast, is when they just talk about what's been going on. And these podcasts typically have a YouTube channel as well. They don't just do podcasts.
Right.
So it's just kind of like, I guess the one I'm referencing is Super Mega. I listen to the Super Mega cast, and I kind of like taking inspiration for them, doing some gag at the beginning or the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Which I feel like is super creative and something that you can do a lot of different things with. But they don't usually always have a topic in their episode. They just kind of start off and they're talking about what's going on. They might talk to the fans a little bit. They might discuss a funny thing that happened to them the other day. And then they just make some other jokes or start talking about like theoretical stuff, like what would happen if this happened. Like, there's never like a super structure to it. And when I said a normal podcast, you just fucking shook your head and said, what the fuck's a normal podcast?
Yeah, because to me, in my experiences, I have watched podcasts that are, I guess, to skip everything you said, I just watched Barstool. And Barstool is very college-esque. Like, the demographic is college students. And you are, like, just before now, didn't even like the term a college podcast.
Yeah, I didn't like when you said
like, what does that
college
even,
pod-
like, what do you mean?
Well, okay, because the thing is, I guess when you say college podcast,
Yes.
that almost limits the people that could listen to it. Why can't people who are in high school listen to it? Like,
No, okay. I guess that's fair.
like older people? What are older people? Oh, it only
What
is
I
relevant?
meant by college podcast is stuff that is like events that particularly happen to college students, as well as like college students tend to like the material or the content the most. So what is college to me? College is a lot of like drinking and doing like going to like doing ridiculous parties, like the hookup scene in college, which is where it grows most.
And the
Like,
weird people you see on campus and stuff like that.
kinda, but not
really.
even that, to be honest. I don't know. There's just like it's
We're-
hard to explain because I've seen a lot of Barstool, so like in my head I know what that is.
We're a
but-
party school too, so like I guess
We
that
definitely are.
influences your opinion on like,
Absolutely.
what it means to be like to have the college experience to you with Barstool and knowing we're at a party school is like going out and partying, bro.
Yeah. Even though I don't do that, ironically.
Yeah, well, you would never do that. You're a good little boy.
No, that's what I'm saying though. Relative to everyone else here at our school, like we party next to nothing.
Oh yeah, I mean we're not in frats or anything like that.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We watch anime, so I guess.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
something.
That's just telling you about what type of people we are. But even so, we are like very completely different. Like whenever it comes to like potential topics, like do you want to read some of the things you
Okay,
had
so
on your list?
here's
where
one
said
thing that I want to
no?
bring up because so at the end of I might have jumped the gun a little bit.
Yeah.
Who knows if anyone even got to the end? Of
No,
the
no
last
one got to
episode.
the end. I don't know why you think that.
Yeah, I just like talking and reading and giving a lot of context. Okay, so that's just
That's
me
the other
as a
thing.
person.
Even like the structure of like the podcasts we have are very different. Just because I'm not gonna lie, when I thought we were gonna do the Code Geass podcast,
what did you think we were gonna do?
I was thinking, okay, we'll have like 5 minutes to recap everything super quickly, and then we'll just talk about the actual movie and like in terms of like debates where like, oh, do you think, like I thought we would have had like, oh, which out of the 3 Geasses we had, which one was the best one, which one was the worst one, and just
Oh.
like discussing it
Oh, okay.
and stuff like that, or been like, okay, who's the
Yeah.
best girl, why, or like, oh, did this make sense, why or why not? Instead, we were like, we did exactly what all of our English teachers back in high school told us not to do. We summarized, and we did not have
Yeah, you're
an
totally right.
argument, and we did nothing. That's why I kind of looked at you like,
Well,
okay.
why didn't you say anything?
I kept going. I kept moving my hand like, come
Okay,
on, dude. Like,
no,
let's
you
go.
definitely did that a few times and that's my weakness is a lot of the times I can't just get what I want to say out there. I always have an issue with like reiterating things, and
even when I asked you, hey, canon, is it this? Instead of answering my question saying yes or no, you're like, okay, let me explain. And I'm like, no, just say yes or no, and then I understand what's going on.
The 7th episode was supposed to be so good.
No,
now you're making me
episode
feel
was
like
bad.
dude. Now you're making me feel like a piece of shit.
You
dude.
are, dude. Have our content. I genuinely think.
No, now I'm mad. Now I'm mad because now I feel like I really fucked up that episode, which I wanted to be so good. Dude.
Yeah, I know. That's what made me laugh
I
the
made
most.
a great thumbnail. I spent so much time. I was like, dude, this is gonna be such a good episode.
No, dude, it was so bad. Like
Wow.
we literally we just summarized the movie. Who's
No,
gonna sit
stop.
down and summarize
why
the
did you
movie
say
for 1 hour?
anything?
I tried.
Fuck
but
you, dude. Why did
Dude,
you say
because
anything?
it was your episode.
You should have said
It
something.
was your episode.
No. This
You're
is
out of touch with the viewers.
I tried.
dude.
I tried giving you a chance. Okay.
Why do you think I kept? No, here's the other thing. I kept cutting in, making stupid comments to see if I could like spark an
Well, you
argument.
have the same issue that
and
I have.
you looked at me and you were kind of just like, "Dude, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to talk about the movie here." And I was like,
Okay. Well, here's
well. You
now.
do you
This
then.
is your issue with being passive. So
Yeah.
we worked out the problem at least that we kind of came up with.
Correct.
That I was talking too much. So I was like,
Yes.
okay, I want to make sure you're talking too because. You don't want to
A
just hear
podcast
one
is
person.
two people.
Of course,
Yes.
there's a dynamic here,
Yeah.
and I wanted you to talk, and I think it would have been great because it's happening right now.
Yeah.
If in the middle of the episode you're like, you just get fed up and you say, "Dude, what the fuck? Are we just recapping the movie? Like, let's do something else." You don't feel like you just have to follow along with everything.
Okay, thank God. Like I've been
Well,
doing
why
this
did- why-
all the
why
time.
is
I
it
don't
like-
know. I'm just a very, for as much of an aggressive person as I am, I can tend to be very passive in situations that I'm not familiar with. Like I have no clue what's going on with what a podcast is supposed to be, and so I was like, oh, okay. I'll just, like in my head, I was thinking, Adam watches a lot of podcasts. By that I mean more than me, which is one. So he'll know the
Yeah,
structure of a good
2.
podcast.
I listened to
yeah,
2
he listens
podcasts.
to 2 versus my 1. So in my head, I was like, oh, he might have the right structure. Like I trust Adam. Like he knows what to do. I'll just follow along. That was a mistake.
Don't
on
put
my
your
part.
faith in me. That's
no,
a mistake.
absolutely.
Okay,
that's
so-
exactly
so
what
now-
I'm learning.
Sorry, you guys had to bear through a shitty ass 7th episode.
Also, no. Before we even get to that stuff, there's so many things wrong with our podcast. You know when I said we're flat?
Yeah. Okay. No.
Look at the audio files we just recorded. That is not flat. That is called a good interactive
That's
thing where
good,
there's
but in the
emotion.
same sense, I saw multiple times the audio for your side went and hit that red bar. You are yelling. You are screaming. You are making the ears of our listeners
But
bleed.
there's a sense of passion with that.
Yes, and I appreciate it. I like this. The fact that I'm literally like throwing my finger out and
Exactly,
pointing
there's
it. I
something
see
going
people
on.
walking around past this window in the library being like, what the fuck is going on
Exactly,
in there?
because now they've recognized something important is going on here. Have you okay, here.
Fuck,
Have
dude,
you-
we fucked.
It's
do
been
we
so
even,
bad.
Do we even air the 7th episode?
I don't know.
Do we
could
waste time?
potentially redo it if you want. Because it was bad. Like
Was it that bad?
It was a summary. It was a 40-minute summary with a couple of like things that were slightly
Yeah,
different.
no, because I
Like,
totally
think
agree
about it.
that when we started talking about the, what's it called? The whole thing with who's best girl. That was so lackluster. I was just like, I was like, C2 best girl, and you're like, nah, dude, Colin.
And
But
that's the thing. No, that's the other thing that I was trying to bring up to you earlier when I said we should have questions established. And you're like, no, dude, just go with the flow. I'm like, okay. And that's another reason why I followed along with you. Because if we have questions set up, now we have time to come up with a good argument to why ours is better and we can retaliate.
I've
and
just
people come
seen-
in to hear opinions. They're not here to find out that we're objective. And we're like, oh, we're trying to listen really to an objective podcast where they give no opinions but are still trying to give opinions. No, they want to hear our biased opinions. They want to see how stupid we are, or they want to see how smart they are.
No,
They
you're-
want to complete their objective bias.
You're so
Think about
right.
whenever you watch a podcast. When I watch a podcast or when I watch an episode of something that talks about a show, I'm not there to listen about the artistic style. I'm there to make sure that they agree with what I thought originally. And if they do, then I'm like, all right, this was a pretty good fucking video. And if it wasn't, I'm like, this was a dog shit video. But I still watched the entirety of that video because I wanted to like think to myself, this person's wrong. We did none of that. We did nothing.
I'm speechless.
Yeah, because you realize how right I am.
Fuck
It's
you.
so much more fun if you have an argument and then you can get emotional.
You want to
into
know
it,
it's not
and then
fun
you
though?
can
Looking at the fact that there's 2 fucking red squares right there, which means our people are the audio. It doesn't matter how good the audio quality is if you're screaming and eating your mic. Either lower your decibels,
Fine.
or stop eating the mic, dude. I mean, I've lowered it like 3 times already. Okay.
The thing is, I'm not even that close to my mic.
What are you talking about?
This far away.
You might as well be like kissing the mic.
No.
Jesus. But no, you're right.
Anyways.
Okay, you're totally right. I don't know why. Okay, but that's the whole thing. It's a learning experience.
Absolutely.
And
I'm just sad that we wasted like 6 episodes of our time where it's like, wow, these are all shit. Like, I kept listening back to them.
And
I'm
why
like,
do you think I wanted to get them out so fast? Because the idea was that we couldn't hold on to those for weeks.
No, that's absolutely right. Had we done that, we would have been absolutely screwed.
Yeah.
Like, this would be dead.
I mean,
Yes.
if we upload that last video, it's gonna be dead as fuck.
Yes. Let me rephrase that. I think the only good episodes we've had was when we talked about interspecies reviewers and the Promised Neverland.
The Promised Neverland was a good one, but
Yes.
okay, because I guess that one, yeah, we did more of the we did a little recap of the show, but nowhere near as much. I mean,
Exactly. I thought that's how it was gonna, like, this last one was gonna be set up, and then it wasn't, and then I was confused.
And then I just had that feeling when we were recording the last episode that, I don't know, you just were like super blanking on all that stuff. It had been so long, you didn't.
I hadn't seen it in a while.
Well, fuck you. You want to come with questions, right?
Yeah.
But you came into that last recording, and you didn't know anything about the show. You were every time you're just like, oh, this is gonna be an episode of me going, oh.
Because in the past, you literally told me, just come in, go with the flow, and I was like, all
well,
right.
we want natural reactions. So now what happens if we re-record the last episode? It's not gonna be as natural. Now
it doesn't matter because we'll have cool opinions and we'll be informed.
Now, and that's where I'm agreeing with you because you're right. There'll still be natural reactions because we'll be answering questions that we'll have differing opinions on.
Exactly.
Because the only thing that we really know that we can argue about is the fact that C2's best girl and you think Colin's best girl. That's
Correct.
it. That's literally like the only argument we had.
Yeah.
Everything else was just a fucking me jerking you off the whole time and you jerking me off, be like, yeah, I really think the movie was good. And the only differing opinion was like, yeah, I've seen a few movies before and, you know, I've seen more shows than you. So, like, I'm rating this one lower. And then I'm like, oh, I love Code Geass. It's really good. And I know there's flaws with it, but I think it's like a 9.
Yeah. And even, oh my God, I'm even mad at myself for not shitting on the movie more because honest to God, I don't think it was that good.
So what I'm coming
You know
to
what? Let's just talk about Code Geass now. Let's just go into that.
I think that's what we're gonna do. So last episode
didn't even exist.
I'll save the file for it. We'll release it fucking years from now.
Yeah, just
when
to
we'll be
remember
like,
how
hey,
trash we were.
yeah,
just to humble ourselves.
We'll be like, hey guys, here's the secret lost episode of the podcast, episode 7. Enjoy fucking wanting to die.
Yes.
And we'll look back at it and we'll be like, you know how everyone's like, you have touch, you have what? What are the senses again? So you have smell,
touch, sight, hearing,
taste. Is that one?
taste.
Okay,
Yeah.
there's like 6 or something, right?
There's
Well,
five.
Cringe is a sense. It has to be.
Absolutely.
Because every time I see like a cringe compilation or something, I just get this feeling of like,
You get like a shiver and your like hair stand and you're kind of
even though no one's around me,
Yeah,
no one will be around me. I'm by myself.
correct.
And I'm watching this video and I know it's going to be cringy. I still like I don't know, like act up a little bit and like get
Like your hands get closer to your like chest and like your hands like stick out in a weird motion.
It's a secret sense.
You're like, what's going on?
It's the extra sense that no one, like, they don't publicly say. I don't know. We'll look back at this and cringe, but I think that this right here, this is the birth. Okay, so we're a bi-weekly.
This is basically episode 1.
This is
Scratch
episode 1.
everything else. Episode 1, episode 8. Same thing.
I literally have a fucking stupid ass meme written down here, and it says, Adam, welcome back to the 2nd episode, lol. And then Aaron, bruh, it's the 7th, ... Adam, well, it's the 2nd good episode, lol. Don't lie. You have to be a champ to listen through our first few episodes, lol. Yeah, see, I have a problem with writing lol all the time. Do you get annoyed when I do that?
No, I don't really
No,
care.
I think everyone does it.
Now,
even
if you were to
listeners?
write in, now here's the thing. I would highly respect you. Like, you would be my hero. if you put in Rafflemau.
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 Oh,
Throwback
man.
to that last year. That was in my vocabulary
first
for
of
the
all,
longest time.
No one.
Tragic.
Yeah, it's
I mean, I used
stupid.
it.
No,
But yeah.
if I ever see someone using rolling on the floor laughing, I'll fucking block them. Like unironic. Like
It
okay,
makes
if
me
you
laugh
use it,
ironically.
it's ironic
Yeah.
laughing. But if I was to meet someone for the first time and they said
Raffle.
raffle, and especially if they said it out loud, sometimes I've gotten really bad with it. I'll
I
say
said
lol out loud.
Yep.
But if I ever hear someone say raffle out loud that I don't already know, they are a piece of trash to me. Fuck that person.
They're
Don't you
truly
ever. That is
treasure.
so cringe, dude.
Yeah.
And I hate using the word cringe, but fuck, that's awful.
I mean, cringe is a word. I don't really care about
It's a
that one.
feeling.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just had this shitty ass like back and forth. But you know what? This is the first episode of the podcast right here. This is episode 1.
I'm not going to lie. There's also a reason why I stopped recommending it to my friends. Like, I recommended 1 because I was like, all right, let's get the exposure out. And then I just never got any
I
feedback.
recommended 5 and 6 because I said those were our better ones.
Yeah, I will definitely recommend Promised Neverland. Interspecies Reviewers, I think the only reason that one was good is because we argued whether it was funny or porn. And that
Yeah.
was a debate we had, which is why I thought the episode was good.
But you know what?
Noted.
And this is why I always had an issue with ever making content in general. Because now that I'm really... It's like I put glasses on for the first
Yeah,
time.
it's
And I'm like,
eye-opening.
holy shit. It's like I'm going hyperspeed. And you just see that like everything just flashing in front of you. And you're just like going super... I don't know, like a roller coaster or something. Just super speed. And you're like getting sucked into your
it's
chair.
like in Star Wars when they're going light speed. And,
Yeah,
like,
and
you
you're just
see
like
that
you're getting
stuff.
like
Yeah.
blown back into your chair, and like your eyes are fucking like going into your head, and like your
Absolutely.
skin's flying back.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's how I feel realizing what the fuck were we doing before?
Yeah,
I don't
no
know.
clue.
I don't know why that's happening right now
Yeah.
because I sit and tell myself, oh, I'm a pretty smart person. Like I don't make dumb mistakes
Yeah,
that often.
I'm not incompetent where I can't realize good from bad content.
but I'm
here we
literally
are.
saying fuck you to me 1 week ago.
Yeah.
Adam, 1 week ago, you're a okay.
Don't use that
I'll
word,
bleep
yeah,
that.
don't use
I'll
word.
bleep that out.
Bleep that.
But
Okay.
the fact that there's a bleep there definitely makes it like
Good.
good. It's
I know.
like
That's the other thing. When you,
I have
dude,
strong
when we
opinions on
started
myself.
the first podcast, you were like, "Oh yeah, don't swear." Bro, that's half of me. Half of me is being like, "What the fuck is this bullshit?"
Yeah.
Like I need to.
But
Because
if
that's
you
how I
wanna
get
make-
expressive.
But if you want to make logical arguments or you want to make really funny and interesting disses, you don't always just want to throw out like 5 swear words in one
I completely
sentence.
agree. What I'll do is be like, "You're a dumbass. Here's why," and then get intricate with it.
Or you say something like you're a Neanderthal
Or a cum
or a
dumpster.
troglodyte. Yeah, I've heard that one too. But that one's
true.
yeah,
We'll
it's
see.
more of like a
We'll bleep
talking
that one
about someone
too.
trashy. No, you don't need to. You don't need to
Okay,
bleep that
okay.
one out. Well,
We'll see.
I'll be bleeping it out because I'm
Yeah.
the one that does the editing.
Yeah.
But what?
That's why
so
it's-
sidetracked. I don't even remember.
No,
what we
but
were
this
talking
is good. Like this is better because this is called natural content.
Yeah.
Where it's like stuff's actually happening. People are like, wow, these people are really.
about. I would want
passionate.
to listen to this. I wouldn't want to listen to a podcast about a movie I had already seen, and then
Exactly.
just
It's
them
like,
reiterating it.
We have to give something new. In the last episode, we didn't give anything new. An opinion is new. Hot take is new. Summarizing is the same.
Summer, yeah. And that again, so and my issue with creating content before was I would always think to myself, that shit, I don't want to put it up. So if I had this way of thinking when we made those first few episodes, I would be like, I don't want to post it. And then I never get anywhere and I never post anything
then we
because
never
I always
learn
think I can
either.
be better. We've learned. okay?
Exactly.
And
This was necessary.
I think this is good
In
advice
general.
for anyone
Yeah.
because I always had the hardest time kind of coming to terms with it because I don't like putting shit out there. I don't want some shit to my name.
And okay, I've been agreeing with you, like, oh, I don't care, like, oh yeah, I want it to be good stuff. No, I don't give a shit. I need to put stuff out there, and then I'll learn from it. Like, I
Which
need
we've-
to fail as quickly as possible. And I'm getting more angry because I've been to so many seminars where people are like, yeah, fail as many times as you can. Like, try to fail. And in my head, I've half the time been like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, why wouldn't I? Like, you try to, like, correct everything faster. Yet here we are taking our sweet-ass time to fail. And it's like, dude, if we just get these things out and realize how shit they are sooner, we'll slowly start to narrow down all the things we've been doing wrong until it gets good.
You know how badly
here
I
we
want
are.
to delete those old episodes? Be like,
absolutely.
I'm
Be
cringing
like,
right now,
no,
dude.
like, in my head,
It's so
I was
stupid.
thinking back to, like, YouTubers, and they're like, oh, yeah, I've deleted so many old videos. I'm like, why? Like, who cares? But
Yeah.
now here I am, and it's like, well,
Yeah, I get
see
their
myself
mindset
deleting
now,
it
which
now.
is
we're not even that far in. We've like learned so much already. It's like Jesus Christ.
But oh my God, yeah. But
we
thing
need
is,
those for
some reason. I
reference.
thought it was okay
No.
before because I listen to the H3 podcast,
Yeah.
right? They have moments like this where they're yelling back at each other and saying some shit, but a lot of times it's like really casual. They don't have much to say, and I thought to myself, I could casually listen to this in the background. Our podcast before, I was like, I could casually listen to this, right?
Yeah.
But now I'm thinking,
Do you
I
want
don't
to
know,
hear all the flaws with that?
maybe I'm in my moment where like I'm just hyped up right now and I'm saying fuck it, but then I'm like, okay, wait, it's actually not that bad. Like I don't even know how to feel anymore.
About this episode or what?
No, the other episodes.
They're bad.
I want to say they're fucking awful, but at the same
No,
time,
they
I'm
are.
like they're not terrible.
No,
And I'm like,
no,
I'm
no,
lying
no.
to myself. I'm
Yeah,
fucking
you
lying
absolutely
to myself.
are. Do you want to know? So, do you want to hear what the problem is with that thought process?
What?
The problem with that one is you are comparing us to a very established YouTuber, not YouTuber, podcaster, whatever the fuck.
No,
you wanna
he's a
call him.
YouTuber. He started with YouTube and then he did podcast.
You're comparing us to a YouTuber that you've grown with, you've learned to enjoy, and then you've accepted as part of your lifestyle. We haven't even broken the barrier. Like, people don't even know who we are. And so for us to try to, like, think, oh, yeah, we could listen to this in the background. First, we need to engage with those people. We need to build that relationship that's already been built with someone else. You're under the assumption our relationship has been built. We're not even at step one. It's like dating. Oh, yeah, she dated that guy. Yeah, she could probably see herself with me. No. We
Yeah.
know nothing about that. We
That's
don't know what
actually
they've
really-
been
that's a
through.
really good analogy.
Yeah, I know,
I
because
didn't think about it.
yeah. The other thing that really annoys me is I feel like in the past couple of episodes, I look like a fucking dipshit because I don't know how to string a single sentence together. But the problem is when I take too long and think too much, my sentences are complete ass. I don't know what I'm talking about. I stutter way too much. Ask me when the last time I said like was in this episode.
Well, I can tell
You
you
don't
that
even know. It's zero.
I haven't been. You probably said it.
No,
once.
I'm going to boldly claim zero without knowing anything about everything
How
I
far
said
are we in?
previous to
How
this.
far are we in?
22 minutes
I
in.
will listen. I will listen back to the entire 22 minutes of this. Well, I have to for like the bleep.
Yeah, I was about to say.
And I will legitimately count the amount of times you said like.
All right, I guarantee you it's less than 10.
Oh, you changed it now.
What do you
I thought
mean?
it was less than 0.
There's no such thing as less
Okay,
than 0.
fuck
That's
off.
an imaginary
I-
number because I'm a math major. Get good, kid. Christ, look what I'm dealing
What,
with,
less
guys.
than 0 is an imaginary number? What are you,
No, less
fucking
than-
dumb? Yeah. Okay, you shit on me real quick.
All right,
don't
you know what?
Hey, we're both fucking.
We're both stupid. is what
shitty
we're
math
getting.
majors, yeah.
Honestly, well, one of us worse than the other.
I'm not the one who's Well, it doesn't even matter. You
No,
looked
the
at-
answer was me, dumbass. We've established this before.
Yes.
You
I'm sorry.
clearly
No,
don't
I'm
pay
sorry.
attention. Well, like what? I'm trying to hype you up, and here you are tearing me down.
And I'm.
God damn.
The inner side of me was like, well, let me give some context about why Aaron's stupid.
No, it's like we know
Did-
it's me.
Hey guys, did you know that Aaron did worse on one of our math tests than me?
I
Did
was
you
like,
know that?
Cool story, nerd.
y-
It's like what? But yeah, like I'm glad I got angry enough to be like, Adam, this is what's wrong with this.
well,
Like,
because we were sitting deciding what are we gonna do for this episode, and I was like, well, I got some list of stuff to
I'm
talk
like,
about.
no,
and you,
dude, that's so.
and you snapped. You're like, this is not fucking interesting shit to talk about. No one cares that you were complaining about some fucking asshole who's taking up more seats on the bus. Now, I will say the one disgusting thing
Okay.
that I saw on the bus was we stopped at a stop and
Yeah.
the dude was standing next to the door and people were about to walk in. He just fucking spit right in front of them. He almost spit on the girl. Like, I thought to myself, what the fuck are you doing? How much of a degenerate are you?
That's actually.
And the people that like walked in like
R.I.P.
stopped
that
for a
girl.
second and like kind of like walked in. I was like, how do you like
How do you
what was-
function?
Yeah, how do you function? How do you accept yourself as a human being and just casually stand next to those people like nothing happened? If that was me, I would be like, well, first of all, I wouldn't have fucking done it.
Yeah, I was about to say no. You wouldn't have done anything.
But second of all, if
Period.
that was me, if I just like instinctively, because sometimes I'll like spit when I'm like brushing my teeth, like not brushing my teeth, but
Well,
like,
no shit. How are you supposed to get the saliva
well,
out?
fucking brushing my teeth and I spit, and then like maybe I'm like washing my face or something, and I always
Yeah.
just, or even when I'm washing my hands, I just have this
You're
weird
spitting
instinct.
on your hands.
No, I'll wash my hands and I have this weird instinct to just like spit on the side. I just have spit in my
fuck?
mouth. There's water running, and spit can go down with the water in my fucking dirty hand.
All right, that's weird.
I don't know. But
Okay.
why the fuck would you do that in front of someone? It's just disgusting. It was honestly fucking disgusting.
Right. Okay, now here's the thing. I don't think anyone cares.
No one fucking cares.
Exactly. So why are we talking about this?
Well, I think it was still like an
No.
interesting small thing. No. Okay.
No.
I still think it's interesting to talk
No.
about random things.
I mean, yeah, sure, but like make it like
Okay.
funny
Well,
or
I'm
something.
sorry. Oh, dude. Okay. My friends came down last weekend. Okay.
Yes,
We went out
thank
drinking.
you. Okay, there's a story there.
There is a story there.
Okay, what is it?
Well, now
I
feel
swear
like
to God,
just,
if you just are bland,
waiting
and
to I'm
stupid
waiting
as
to hear
hell, no, just be energetic about it. Be like, dude, we were doing this. Holy shit, my friend was such a dumbass. Can you believe he did this, this, and this? And I'm like, dude, what? And then I can bounce off of it and be like, oh yeah, like this happened to me before, blah blah blah.
But my inner,
there's, like,
the
a
inner
cool
self of
dynamic going.
context, my inner self of context supposed to be like, well, this is what happened. Because again, you're totally right. These people don't know who the fuck we are.
Exactly.
They don't know me. They don't know my friends. I'm trying to give context because I like.
And this is the
context.
problem you do when we're recording an episode about anime. You have to assume. First, you have to think, okay, we're making a video about The Promised Neverland. They are going to click on this video because they have seen The Promised Neverland. Unless our fucking thing says a summary or should you watch The Promised Neverland, they've seen it. There's no need for you to give context on the show.
So you're saying that when
like,
we do.
stop giving certain amount of context.
So for example, we watch a new show. So would you say that for the Promised Neverland episode, what we
Yes.
should have done is we should have been spoiler free. We should have been like, this is our thoughts on the show. We'll give a spoiler free section at the beginning, and then we have our debate about stuff that actually happens. Like,
Yes.
so that's what you think we should do for this.
I think that structure would be much more
better structure?
engaging. Yes. And then we have because the point in my head, I guess this is just very influenced because I love sports and I love watching, like, I don't watch podcasts, but I watch debate shows a lot. Like, I watch Stephen A. That guy is electric. Everyone loves Stephen A. You have no clue who he is. If I were to show you a video, this man is so passionate about everything he says, and if you look like a dipshit in front of him, he will call you out for that stupidity, and sometimes he just won't even look at you because you're that stupid. And so I grow inspiration from him. And so a lot of times they're 7 minutes long, but those debates are enticing because it's about content that I know about. So, for example, if it's about basketball, it's about two teams right now: Clippers, Lakers, and Clippers. It'll be about two, and it's like who's gonna win. That's such a simple thing, but they add so much of their own personality into it that it makes it fun. And that's what I think podcasts should steer to. Like, if you're here for like a casual sit down, like let's have a conversation, it's like, yeah, cool, I'm not gonna click on it. Like, I have better time unless the content is exceptional or insanely funny, insanely sadistic. Like, it has to be an extreme. To make an impact in the podcast community, we have to hit extremes. We're not here to like fit in, be like, oh yeah, like what the fuck was that podcast you were listening to? Yeah, they did some of this stuff. Like, this is typically what they do. Like, yeah, I think we should like copy them and do exactly what they do because there's not already a podcast that does the exact same thing out there, except that one podcast that we're copying. It's like, no, we have to hit extremes.
Yeah.
We're in a situation where everything is so saturated that in order to make a statement or anything, you have to hit an extreme. I'm a very passionate person. When I talk, like right now I'm looking at you, there is so much conviction in my eye when I speak.
Your sentences are smooth. You're saying everything, and I know exactly what you're saying is coming straight from your mind. You're saying what's completely on your mind, and when you're super passionate and have something on your mind and you really care about it, you will say it, and you'll say it confidently, which you're doing right now. I can see in the way you're sitting and everything. It's serious, and I totally get it.
Which I'm engaged.
Which I need you to help mold me into something like that because I don't know. I'm a fucking weird person, okay?
No, you are, but that's the thing. That's your thing. You're weird, so what you should do is make stupid, witty comments when I come up with something, and then you just tear it down. Like I'm building something. What you should really be doing is just looking for a little place where the structure's slightly off, cut it so I completely fall over. Think about when we play games. Whenever we play games, I love to win. The second I stop winning, you shit on me, and it gets to me too much because I'm so competitive. That's funny. Like, have you ever thought about, this is not a coincidence, and this is something I realized, which really pisses me the fuck off, but I will be with my friends.
You're just pissed off overall, dude.
I'm always angry. I will be with my friends, and we'll be playing a game. The second I start winning, all of them gang up on me, and then I get so much more like emotional about it because I'm like, fuck, now I really want to win, and they laugh at me because I'm not winning, and it's funny for them, and I let it be because I'm like, everyone's having a good time. I'm okay with that, but that's the dynamic that they get, and it happens everywhere I go. If I'm running I was at a family party.
Okay.
We were playing a game where you have to put strands of duct tape around your body, and then people throw 52 cards on the ground, and you just have to pick up as many as you can while rolling on the ground. It's
What the
hilarious.
fu- it
I'll
sounds
send
hilarious
you a
as
video.
fuck.
It's so funny. I look like an inchworm. Anyways, that game is such a leisurely game because you're with your family, no one's doing anything, and it's kind of like whatever, like who cares? There was a gift card for first place, so immediately I thought I want to win. Additionally, it was a game,
Fucking
so I want to
money.
win.
Yeah, of course
Exactly.
you want to win.
So what I did was, as they were setting everything up, order comes into play, and I immediately thought I want to be last because then I'll know what I have to beat in order to win. So then I run to the bathroom, sit there for a while, then come out and make sure I go last. I then make sure that I get extra tapes around my body so I can pick up more, and I basically just start strategizing so much. Well, it got to the point where people would get close to getting like a high number, and then I would just be like, oh no, like you're doing fine, like hey, no cheating, blah blah blah, and then people would notice, hey, like he's like overly into this game. Let's start fucking with him.
Oh, because they're mad that you're taking it seriously.
Yeah, where it's supposed to be a leisurely game, and I would get so angry. And then they kept fucking with me, and then I lost.
Yeah, but
it's like, what the hell?
But it's reasonable.
It's funny to other people.
What, you
That's
get
the
mad
thing.
when
When I don't win, yes.
Oh, I'm a total.
Yes.
See, that's the thing. I'm a total troll. So when I play video games, I like to piss people the fuck off because if it's a game like Modern Warfare, I'm pretty much sick of Call of Duty at this fucking point.
Yeah.
I can't keep playing the game. It's just every game you get into is just some sweaty fucking nerd with a fucking IV of G Fuel hooked up to him, and it's fucking annoying. So I just use the most bullshit shit to piss them off. And it's funny to me. I like ruining people's. If I can't have fun, fuck your fun.
And I hate.
You're
people
coming
like
down
you.
with me.
Oh,
You're coming down with me, Aaron.
You're such a piece of shit. But that's the thing. This dynamic should work extremely well because you're the type of person that gets the best reaction out of me. And then it's like, boom, we got a good dynamic. But we've been jerking each other off, sitting down, casually talking about anime and nonsense.
Now,
I would have never clicked on any of our
podcasts do
videos.
that, though. A lot of podcasts, that's the kind of idea for a podcast is to jerk the other person off.
Yeah.
Usually.
I'm not gay, so I'm not going to jerk you off, kid.
Whoa. It's 27.
No, shut the fuck up. I'm just not gay.
I was going to say it's 2017.
Fucking math major can't even
it's
count.
2020.
Jesus Christ. Like, this should literally just be us insulting each other with anime included. That's essentially what this should be. And that'll be funny to some people, and maybe it won't be to other people, but half the point is to be polarizing.
You want to bring the energy to the table when you're talking about a show.
Exactly.
And we want to have opposite opinions on things. We can always still agree on shit.
No, absolutely. There's no problem with that, but we should be at some points where it's like there's disagreement.
Now, why do you think I like watching shows where shit is hype? Why do you think I like watching I don't like watching boring-ass shows where they're just talking the whole time or it's like set in reality. I want to see some fucking action going on. I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, dude, this is sick. And then I can talk to my friend. Dude, remember in that part when when he fucking beats the shit out of this dude for like 30 seconds long? That scene was fucking hype, bro.
And that's fair, but this is where I come into play where it's like think of it this way. Shonen anime is hype, right?
Yeah.
So we should probably be hyped when we're talking about the shonen anime, correct?
Yeah.
If we watch non-energetic movies, like an example would be Spring Comes In Like a Lion. It's literally about shogi. So in layman's terms, it's about chess.
Okay.
But it's very deep and it's very emotional. That should probably be a podcast where we sit down and we get emotional and bring back memories that like reflect upon how we felt while we were watching this movie. Because then instead of being super hype all the fucking time, people are like, wow, these people are very deep, thoughtful pieces. You got to think of it like we're characters. We can't be one-dimensional. Before we were zero-dimensional, now at least we have one-dimensional. Now people know Aaron talks super fucking loud and is like just loves
literally
to rant.
Fucking just
rant. That's what I'm good
eating
for.
up the mic. He's not only talking super loud, but I mean the fact that before I was always the one talking.
Yeah.
You just keep fucking talking. You can't stop.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying. Like I can talk, but you just go on tangents, and I guess I'm doing the same. But at least we're one-dimensional now. Correct?
You're totally being. Before you were being respectful to me. You're saying, well, I only talk when someone moves the conversation to me, or if the other person's talking, I don't want to say anything. That's like how I was growing up. I'm a respectful person.
Yes.
My mama raised me kind of person.
Oh, my mama raised me. I love that line. That's another reason why we gotta keep the first episode.
I would talk all the time, and I have this thing where I'm just going to keep fucking talking.
Yeah.
And obviously, and this goes into so many other things in our personal life, but it shows that when it comes to me making conversation with someone or something about someone, like about anything, you sit to me and say, dude, that's fucking stupid. Why would you say that? They're like, that's lame as hell. Just get to the point or say this or say that. And I'm like, well, I don't know. And you're like, dude, fuck that. And what do? You do the same thing if you're in a similar situation, you do what you suggest, and it fucking works out every time.
Yes, absolutely.
And
I get shit done.
Where do you get the superpower from? Where'd you get it from? Is it because you watch so much Barstool?
Probably. They just say shit and they roll with it. They will die and live by their takes, and I fucking love that.
But I don't want to be wrong. I don't want to say something so fucking...
No, I will argue with someone, be completely wrong, and then I will die with that argument until I come up with some bullshit to prove that I'm right, even though I'm completely wrong. Like, I don't care.
But you'll look like a fucking fool.
No,
if
that's
you
the
say
thing.
something
Yeah.
and act confident, and then I prove you wrong. Then it's like, it's good for me because I'm like, oh, this is so good.
Exactly.
This is getting great.
Exactly, and then put that shit on the internet, and then they're like, holy shit, this guy's hilarious. Like, he knows he's wrong, but, like, he's being funny. Because they think it's funny.
We played Smash yesterday for a few hours. This man won 2 games. That's
exactly.
It.
That's
it.
the greatest representation.
I probably won like 30. And this motherfucker just sits there and says, yeah, it doesn't matter. I won a game. Doesn't matter because you didn't win every single one. Fucking dumbass.
Facts.
What are you, garbage at this game? You lost to me, a piece of shit?
Yes. Absolutely.
I must be the fucking best player ever, dude. I beat your ass.
Damn straight.
It's
Don't
just
you
a
forget
whole
it.
different level of energy with Aaron, and that's what makes him so entertaining as a person.
It really is, and that's why I felt like the first couple of episodes were lackluster, because I wasn't being myself, and that's why I was like, like, I don't know what the etiquette is in podcasts, but at this point, I don't give a shit because nothing can be worse than what we put out.
So what you're telling me right now is that this whole time you were secretly like, this sucks, but I don't want to hurt Adam's feelings. Is that it?
That's like 50% of it, where I was like, fuck, do I really want to just like...
Well, why did
I'm a very complicated person, and everything I say is contradictory. But half of me was like,
you know how easy
like,
it is
in
to
my
just say it?
no, I know, and it's stupid of me because I've definitely told you this in the past before. It's like, just say whatever the fuck you're thinking, and then I don't do it now when it's very important. But it was like half of me was like, Adam's putting in a lot of the work. I want him, like, I feel like he's doing a lot of the work. As a result, I will follow him. I will follow him instead of attempt to lead because I feel like he deserves that more say. But you fucked it up now, so fuck you. I'm leading. You're gonna follow me now.
It's one of those things where it's like, get the fuck out of the way. You just shove me to the side.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
fucking in charge here now, bro.
Exactly.
Well, you want to know what I'm fucking telling you?
What?
I don't want that fucking sick ass thumbnail that I made for Kogi has to go to waste. So either we talk about it now. Well, how many?
No,
fucking
that's the
minutes
thing
am I-
though. We can't. Like, you've learned nothing from my rant. You've
No, we
learned
can
nothing.
read. No, we're not posting the other episode.
I know.
just
That's
fact.
a lost series. That's in the vault.
What, we can't even talk about it in the next episode, dude. I made it.
We can't talk about it now. Do you want to know why?
No, not on this episode. I'm saying the next episode.
Oh, we
can
can.
talk about
Sure.
It.
Fuck.
Okay,
Yeah, I don't care.
So we'll actually fucking structure an episode.
Yes, thank you. Holy shit! It's not like I recommended that a couple
but
episodes ago.
you can't sit here and be like, thank you, bro.
No, here's the thing though. I kept trying to convince you, saying, "Hey, let's try to structure things," and I kept saying this, and you were like, "No, dude, no." I'm like, and
Well,
then you
didn't
looked
do
at me.
you didn't do a good enough job
Oh,
of
so now it's
convincing
my
me.
fault.
Hey, maybe
Oh.
this is it. This is what you needed to do. You needed to fucking put me right onto the
I needed to put you on blast.
Yeah, there you go. You need to put me on fucking blast. To be like, oh, we're on the podcast now. Now I'm going to shit on you, and you have to say it in a way that pretty much benefits me because we're being recorded right now. So if you say anything that I don't agree with, then I'll be like, Adam, what the fuck are you doing? You need to listen to me and what I have to say because now everyone will fucking hear how much of a dumbass you are.
Exactly. Oh, God.
But
you know, it's funny.
What's funny?
Before you even came in here, half of me thought I should take like a solid 10 minutes and record an inspirational video. And I guarantee you would do better than all of our videos.
An inspirational, like
a motivational video, like a motivational where it's like you can do this, blah blah blah, achieve your life goals, like do this, this, and this. I bet you if I recorded a 2-minute episode, or forever long as I can ramble on for, I guarantee you would do better than all of our podcasts.
You're the king of bullshit.
Absolutely.
You're so good at just casually lying. I don't want to say lying because that sounds like you're being deceiving.
Dare you?
But like, you're so good at like stretching the truth and
Absolutely.
making it sound like you know more or have more experience in things that you know fuck all about.
Correct.
And it's commendable. It's honestly commendable because as much as I want to fucking hate on you for it, and it pisses me off sometimes. Sometimes you do shit that pisses me off, and I'm like, you're a garbage piece of shit for doing that.
Yeah.
But if you don't get caught, it's not fucking cheating.
Facts.
It's not cheating if you get fucking caught, dude.
One of the greatest sayings I've ever heard in my life came from a girl back in my high school. I'm not going to name drop her, but her advice was, and I love this advice, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. And that is so truthful. Think about it.
I have a fucking pea brain. Why don't you explain it to me?
I looked at your head, and you did not understand anything going on. Basically, her family was very game-oriented. Like, they loved playing family games, and everyone in that family was competitive. She told me about this. I shit you not. I was basically having drool coming out of my mouth because I was so excited. I was like a hungry dog. Because
what the fuck?
I was like a hungry dog because I heard games, and I heard everyone is competitive, and I was like, this is the environment I need to be in.
Oh, my God.
I was like, yes! And so I saw this. I was like, yes, tell me more. And then she was like, oh, yeah, like, my family has a saying. And she was like, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. Essentially what that means is, in her scenario, if you're not trying to swindle someone out of a shitty deal that completely benefits you, if you're not trying to fuck someone over, if you're not trying to steal extra money from the bank when you're playing Monopoly, then you're not really trying to win. And if you're not trying to win, then you're the biggest fucking loser in this game.
Well, you need to be
right now.
pretty clever. Like,
That's
there's
the
two
thing,
different types of cheaters. Fucking applesauce dumbasses who don't understand that what they're doing is obvious. And then there's people who really think about it, like, it's harder to cheat than to do well normally because you have to hide the fact that you're cheating in the first place.
Absolutely.
So that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
So
but I still think it's morally not okay to be a cheater.
I'm not going to lie, for everyone out there, I hope no one who is ever trying to hire me listens to this. I don't give two shits about morals. I'm trying to do whatever I need to do, and I will get to.
Now I think you're a little hyped up on some dopamine or something.
Maybe a little, maybe just a little.
You're just saying some bold ass shit right now that you probably are gonna look back and be like,
"No,
oh,
you know what?
Fuck.
No. I'm sticking with this.
All right,
morals are out the window.
Understand
Think about
there's
it.
repercussions.
No. Listen to this, and you know what? Maybe we will watch ReZero. ReZero. You know why? That show has a great message. You know what the message is?
What?
Basically, let me give you a bit of context because you actually need it to understand this argument. This is where context is useful. I want you to take note. So right now, basically, this guy is put into a world, and instead of being super overpowered, super strong, super whatever, like hype and everything, he is the complete opposite. He is exactly who he was in his real life, a complete loser who was a shut-in and was just playing video games nonstop and did nothing. As a result, he's thinking, oh, I'm going to be super OP. And then within the first 5 minutes, he gets robbed and killed. Because that's how real life works. Because he tried being a hero.
I like that.
And you know why he got killed? Because he was trying to do the right thing. He was trying to save a girl who was being robbed, and as a result, he got killed.
Okay.
Because that's how real life works.
No, you're totally right. Because there's a lot of situations where it's like, you might want to do the right thing, but you realize, because not every show is one of those fucking things where, oh, you did the right thing and got beat up, and the girl's so thankful that you did the right thing. Dude, the reality of this, and I've talked about this for fucking ever.
Yeah.
In high school, I have this feeling, high school and college, I've talked about it for like maybe like a speech or something. The world isn't sunshine and rainbows.
Absolutely.
A lot of people are really PC out here. They want the world to be a safe. I'm sorry. The reality is that the world is a shitty place, and you have to deal with it. Of course, you want to take some time and you want to, casually watch like a TV show or something. That's fine. You just forget about everything else going on in the world. You can't worry about everything that's going on 24/7, okay?
Correct.
But you also can't sit there and expect to worry about everyone else to worry about everything 24/7. Everyone has their own jobs, okay? Just because someone's like having a hard time in another country, a third world country, doesn't mean that I have to feel like a piece of shit because I had some food, I had some leftovers, and I threw them out, okay? And someone could have fucking eaten that food, okay? Oh, first world problems. Like, I just get so annoyed when people care so much about other people who, like, this makes me sound bad, but I'm sorry, you have to worry about yourself. I'm a selfish person. I'm really selfish.
No, now here's the thing. I've heard this before, and I heard this when I went to Hispanic. When I went to a summit, one of the first things they taught us is, and this is a great metaphor for what you're trying to say without sounding like a douchebag, because I feel like you might take it too far, but this is a great way to put it. When you're the first thing they tell you on a plane is if the plane is going to crash, put your oxygen mask on first, and then put someone else's on. Meaning, you need to be in a situation where you're good first.
Yeah.
Because if you're not good, how can you expect to help anyone else?
Okay.
So in the future, if anyone asks you like something, morals, you just go with, yeah, oxygen mask metaphor. I need to put mine on first before I can help anyone else.
And again, like, I'm saying a lot of stuff because it's coming out on the top of my head, and sometimes I get mixed up with my words and whatnot. So this is me reiterating, and I apologize, but I'm not trying to do it in a way where
No, I feel like when I've done this so often, like speak off the top of my head that I know exactly where I'm going, where I need to be. I feel like you haven't, and
I
it's
can
just
usually do a more
practice.
casual conversation.
Yes.
And that's what we were doing before. I was doing a more calculated, okay, we watched this. You know, it's easy and comfortable for me to recap something than it is for me to on the spot just come up with, oh, I believe
Hot
this, I
take.
believe that,
Yeah.
hot takes. So sometimes I will get jumbled up with my words. I will say something that's probably really stupid and asinine, but I just have this thing where, you know, I'm a selfish person to a degree. Everyone is. Okay.
Yeah, no,
if you say
absolutely.
you
It's
don't worry
stupid
about
to think
yourself,
not,
like
yeah.
if you care so much about all this stuff going on in the world, then why don't you be the first one on the front lines helping out with all this shit? You're not going to. Why? Because you care about yourself and the things around you and the friends that you have and the things that you own. Like, you obviously aren't going to put that much effort. And some people do. Some people say, I'm going to give up my entire life and I'm going to go to
And
a third
then
world
it's
country
fair
now.
for them to give us the
Yes,
criticism.
that is
because it's
100%
like they've
fair.
done it. It's like, all right, respect. You did it. You can criticize.
But just
because-
realize, like, and this is a really touchy subject, and I could completely cut this part out if you don't want to talk about it. But one thing that I have a really, like, it annoys the fuck out of me is when they do these seminars for, like, sexual assault and stuff
cut
like
this
that.
one. Cut this
Just,
one.
okay.
Yeah, no.
So I won't even give my hot take on that. But, like,
Yeah.
I just get annoyed when, you know, now I feel like I'm having one of those moments right now
Of what?
where I'm completely lowering the level of the podcast for just talking. I feel like you made me feel so shit at the beginning for fucking up all the other episodes.
No, here's the thing, though. It does, like I said, so many points we have to hit. One, before we were 0-dimensional, now we're 1-dimensional. We've been expressive, and there was like a sense of engagement. Before it was kind of just like, let's sit back, and yeah, I kind of like the show. It was all right.
There's still nice things to like a
No, there
sit back
absolutely
and casual
is, but there's
podcast.
like, listen to my demeanor when I talk. Like right now, it's kind of like before we talk like this and say, yeah, this podcast was pretty good. I didn't really like this, but now there's a sense of engagement when I stand up and I look to you and I'm talking with just that tad bit more conviction. People are that slight switch in how I'm speaking is enough for a human to recognize the difference between an engagement and just like something that's like not necessary. I'm speaking in a way where I'm trying to convey to the audience that this is something you need to listen to and you need to be listening to attentively. That's like what I feel like we were missing earlier. Before it was too casual. Like, it's all right to be casual and just talk and whatever, but to talk with conviction is something that's much more powerful to someone who's listening. When we watch our YouTubers, they speak with a level of passion that a regular person couldn't speak with. There's a reason that they're successful and they can play games for a living and other people can't, because there's that much more emotion that they have relative to someone else.
But what I get mad about
Okay.
is I see these people who give zero fucks about the videos they post, and it appeals to the lowest common denominator of fucking people, and they get successful. Or these people that just steal content and repost shit, or are just complete pieces of shit.
Now, here's the thing.
So I'm in that community of people who usually are more laid back and criticize stuff like that. They think a little more critically. They're not on the spot. They're always usually coming up with something, making a comment about it, throwing in some laughs here and there, doing more commentary. And I guess I'm just not.
You're not willing to go there.
I don't know.
And that's where we loop back all the way around to the metaphor. If you're not cheating, you're not trying, and that's where morals go out the window for me. Now, there's a difference between morals and being a respectful person. Basically, what ReZero teaches is sometimes intention doesn't matter. Things will just happen to you. If you're cheating on a test, what we've come up to learn is movie logic says if you're cheating on a test, you're going to get caught. Think about the amount of people that have cheated in this world and not gotten caught.
No,
Think
you're
about how
100%
business
correct.
executives get rich because they do scumbag things and they cheat.
But
Now,
it's a bad thing to. You don't always want to think one way, and you don't always want to think the other way. You don't want to always think that I have to be hardworking and it'll pay off,
because
and then cheating's bad. But you don't also want to be like, I'm going to be a cheating piece of shit, and I'm going to get away with everything in life. You can't. You have to have a middle ground.
Exactly. And that's where we come in. I'm gonna pretend to be one extreme. You'll be the other extreme because that's, I think, genuinely who you think you are.
Because I do have a legitimately hard time when it comes to doing anything. Like, I can't even fucking skip class. On Friday, yesterday,
Yeah.
I wanted to skip my class because I was just super tired. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. And even though I knew I wasn't going to fucking pay attention in class and I could check the notes online, they'd all be right there, perfectly annotated and everything, I still couldn't get myself to leave.
Correct.
If that was asked you, you wouldn't even give it a second thought. You'd be like, I'm not fucking going to class.
Absolutely.
You'd never go to class because she posts notes online.
Yep.
Why the fuck would you ever go?
Yeah, and you get a cheat sheet before the exam, and the content is simple enough where you could learn it a day before and like get it done. Now, as I said before on other podcasts that you guys definitely didn't listen to.
No, they might have.
No, they didn't. Maybe John.
Well, we'll recommend they
Yeah.
don't listen to them now. If you're starting off, because we're still fucking small, I'd instantly just recommend this one.
Yeah.
You can listen to the fucking other ones if you want.
I'd start Promised Land. This one can be like episode 1 for realsies. Episode 0 to episode
I'll probably
1.
title it that. It'll be the real first episode, or like the real. I don't know. fucking-
No, we're not titling it that.
What the fuck will we title it?
Okay, that's
Because
the-
if we title it something else, it sounds like it's a continuation of our podcast, so they'd have to get more context. You
No,
could really
I was
just-
gonna literally just look up like the way. Remember when we were talking about college struggles?
Yeah.
Yeah, the reason I called it college struggles is because I was watching a YouTube video that explained how to better title your videos. So what they said is the best way to get views to come in is for it to be suggested, not to be the actual video, because that's how YouTube works. And so what they did was they found a video, made a better version of that video, titled it next to the same thing, and then there would be enough places where, because it was such a popular subject, it would be the next suggested video. And because it stood out relative to all the other ones, people would just click it. Because if you're already if you're looking for something specific, odds are you'll probably click 1, 2, 3, or 4 videos that are relatively close to that topic.
So would you say something like,
well, we'd have to do our investigation work and see, okay, what's a popular topic that talks about like
Well,
podcasts? And if there's nothing out there, then we just name it whatever it is and then hope it gets found.
okay, well, the first thing that fucking comes into my head is naming it the real first episode, and then it's just one more podcast, episode 7, because again, we've agreed that we're getting rid of the last episode.
No, I think we should call this episode 001.
001.
Yeah.
So
And then we're just going to start off like that. Because before we had it like, what, 1, 2, 3,
you don't
4?
want to put 00 in it though. That
Why not?
no one fucking does that.
Exactly. And you're forgetting the fucking point. We're
That-
trying
the
to
point
hit
is not to-
extremes.
No, the point isn't to be like, oh, I'm gonna be unique. I'm gonna add. It's episode what? No, it's episode 001. Okay, that's unique and interesting. You want to know what else is interesting? Me yelling into the mic, lecturing you the full time, and telling you
was
you need to
basically a
fucking be on the
lecture.
spot. It was a complete lecture.
Yeah, absolutely.
And maybe this is just a little pessimist in me. I almost think this is even sometimes. I'd say the first half of it was great, and the second half I was like, this got fucking bad. We just started ranting. We both started saying dumb shit. Every sentence had a swear word in it. It was
Damn straight.
unlogical. I don't know.
Maybe,
but that's
and
me.
then that's
I'm
the thing.
indecisive as
No,
hell.
and that's the thing. Maybe we just cut it to like half the video and be like, all right, this was the
You know how
episode.
hard it is to cut into a podcast?
No, because you're the one who's been doing it.
No. I did it because it just happened to work out well, and
Yeah.
because of our monotone voices,
Absolutely.
our very casual,
Yeah.
giving pauses. It was quiet enough for me to be able to like edit it in. But with this, it's going to be like a hard cut. You said, I think there's been like 3 times in this video where we said, cut here, cut here.
Yeah.
I'm not going to fucking cut anywhere. Because honestly, I feel like that kind of adds to it. Maybe I could be wrong. Well, you said you want me to cut. How the fuck am I supposed to cut it? Please explain. Because I'm the one doing the editing.
Literally just a hard cut.
That sounds fucking bad. I don't want to hear shit like that.
Yeah, but
There's no video to go along with it. If there was video to go along with it, it would make more sense for the cut.
I mean, ironically, that makes sense.
Because then you'd like visually see like, oh, there's a cut, like something happened. Or like you could do a fade out. But like when it's
Why don't
just
you
audio doing
literally
a fade
just-
out.
No, okay, no, you just came up with a great point. Why don't you just in the video literally make a hard cut, be like, insert the that one screen where it's like the TV's not working back in the old days, and say we said some shit, nah, asterisks on each side, and then start over, and then just continue it.
Okay, sure.
That's like a comedic aspect where it's like, oh damn, I wonder what they said.
Yeah,
I
to
mean,
a
no
degree.
one's gonna get that far, but hey, clever for
Is that
now.
just a fucking running joke? No one's fucking listening.
No
What's
one
the matter with
is.
saying?
Think about it. I think all our videos.
It's
all our
just
views come
anyone
from
that
us.
that are It's either it's us and like the few friends that we have that are nice enough to fucking listen to our shit.
I know. Hey,
It's probably
shout out
my
to you
friends.
guys.
Have you even recommended
Yes,
to your
I
friends?
did.
Okay. I have like a
Fucking
few people and
asshole.
they're like, "Oh, I really want to listen to it."
I
But
don't wanna.
I'd say the people that I talk to would maybe enjoy the style of podcast we had before with a little more energy to it. I don't know. I'm indecisive.
And
I
that's
have
the
no
thing,
idea
though.
what people
We're trying
like.
to appeal to the masses, and I feel like that's the problem with both of us is we both have like an understanding of how there's 3 realities right now. There's one where like what you're saying works. There's one where mine saying works, and there's one where like the actuality works.
But I feel like your want and your drive is being influenced by like
success.
yes,
And you're
which
like,
isn't
you can't
inherently
do it,
bad.
blah blah blah. But
Well,
it's like, hey,
I'm telling you that you don't want to just make a podcast or don't want to just make content. I mean,
I
people
want
do
to
it
succeed.
because they're. I guess this kind of comes back to the thing of like, you want to succeed. Of course, you want to
Yes.
succeed. You want to do well.
I
But
don't-
as this is the whole moral thing. This is pretty much everything we've been talking about. The
Yeah.
entire thing. This is the one thing that I think divides us completely.
Absolutely.
You want to do it because fuck it. You don't want to do a math job. You want this to be your job, don't you? That would be cool, right?
It would be cool. Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't want this to be their job?
Of course. And you really want it to be a job. So you're like, I'm going to push it super hard. We got to be different. We need to make sure hit every fucking check mark so that we are like going to blow up. Because they're like,
To succeed, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to succeed, yes. So
and I
want
kind
it
of
to
have
get
this
better.
mindset that I've heard from a lot of people when I watch videos that you want to make videos that you're passionate about. You want to make videos that you like and appreciate and think are good when you put them out. Don't just make something because like you feel like you need to do it to make money. Like I've always wanted to make something that I truly enjoy. And I'm not saying I don't enjoy this.
Yeah.
I'm just saying like you need to help me break out of my comfort zone because my comfort zone is like yeah, so we just watched the Code Geass movie, or Aaron and I like were hanging out the other day, and like, you know, I was drinking, I got a little drunk, and I couldn't put my fucking hoodie back on.
Right.
Like that's casual and like comfortable for me.
Yeah.
So the idea of this is to kind of be the opposite of you, while also growing myself, and we'll learn
to go back
over
and
time.
forth. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I have no fucking clue how we're supposed to end this video. That's all I have to say. It's been,
Well, no, I
it's been
still
a
have
decent
so
amount of
many
time.
topics to talk about, but we have 7 minutes, which is the most unfortunate.
We only have 7
thing.
minutes left?
Yes.
No fucking way.
6.
We have 6 minutes left. How long has this episode been?
It's been an hour.
It's almost been an hour long, which, we'll probably do a few cuts, but this episode's, fucking long as hell. And it's a complete mix-up from everything we've done up to this
I
point.
remember now.
So does that mean you're going to change your Twitter practices? You're going to not just fucking retweet?
Oh, no, it's still going to be the same because that's just funny as hell.
It's just going to be weeb shit 24/7?
I mean, I don't know. It can be the other stuff. Because that's the other thing. We need to find a niche and then grow from there. I don't know what our niche is. Like, we have no identity. What's our identity?
I don't know.
It's like a football team. We don't have an identity.
This voice in the back of my head just keeps telling me, like,
oh, grow it naturally, it'll come to you. No, we need to be proactive. We need to be looking for this. I'm like a dog right now. I'm starving. I'm hungry. I'm trying to get somewhere, and I'm not trying to take my fucking time. I want to be somewhere now, if not yesterday. I want to succeed. I want this to grow. And in order to do that in my head, I need to want it enough to be willing to do next to anything. Obviously, I won't break laws and shit because that's morally wrong, but I will do a lot. I will push this. I will use hashtags. I will post. I will do whatever I want. And additionally, I do have a comprehension of what you mean where it's like, yes, this needs to hit a standard. There's a reason I recommended the first video is to get the exposure, and then after that, I didn't recommend a single video to any of my friends. Because
Yeah,
I
I
knew it
haven't
wasn't
either,
good.
'cause, like-
Exactly, because we both knew it was bad. I would recommend this and be like, hey, what are your honest thoughts about this? And then I will push to ask because I think this is good enough.
I just don't want to be soulless like something like Watch Mojo, where it's just shittily put together top 10 videos.
You know, you say that, but I watch all of Watch Mojo's
yeah, because
videos.
you're fucking brain dead.
Oh, I'm brain dead, but who's making millions?
That's the stuff I was talking about. No, that's the thing. They do it just for money. It's corporate. YouTube is one of those
no.
platforms.
Okay, and this is where the divide comes. Yes, they may be corporate, but we're not corporate. I do things for money, but I also like it. I don't do things for money. I'm not a prostitute.
Oh yeah.
Let's just put that out there. I do things that will strategically advance us while I enjoy them.
This podcast is just you. You like being loud about your opinion. You like being energetic as fuck. And if you can make money off of it, why the fuck wouldn't you do it? This is just you. This is like,
dude, you're getting it.
I know I'm getting it. I'm just like,
You're angry because it's not what you wanted it to be.
It's I'm not gonna say I'm angry. I'm legitimately not angry.
I know.
I'm just like, I guess
That's
as a joke, my child mind isn't processing this fast enough. You're just hitting me. I haven't been talking about a lot of stuff. I've just been sitting here in the seat, and I'm thinking to myself, dude, I've just been saying okay to like half of this stuff. I'm like, yeah, okay, like okay, that makes sense. Yeah, fair. I'm very good at that.
How I felt a couple of days ago.
And now it's like
the reverse. We've switched.
We've switched places, and there's just a lot to think about. And since we don't have enough time to record another one, we're going to hopefully record another one as soon as possible. Like, I need to collect my thoughts. Because a lot of this, again, is on the spot. And if we just keep talking about this, we're going to have another mess of, oh, we should cut here, we should cut there. Because
you say that, but we only needed to cut 2 times, I think.
Well, we'll figure it out in post. But, like, the whole idea is that I necessarily don't even want to keep talking anymore right now because it's gotten to the point where it's like, okay, I need to sit down and think about it because I'm not getting any time to think about what you're saying truly because you just keep piling it on.
Yeah.
So
I'm not gonna lie, I have no clue what I said.
Yeah, and I'm like blanking out. We've been sitting here for hours. We had a boring ass last episode.
You know what the funny thing is?
My mind's fried. What?
Yeah. The funny thing is, I genuinely think we could talk about this for like another 5 hours.
We could do so many more episodes. And we will. We'll be continuing to do a style similar to this.
Yes, we will be doing a lot of work in the background. We will try to find. I will ask Adam questions that I think are very important, and I will force him to answer those questions. Yeah.
So do you think you can?
Do you want me to like tell them? Like what?
Well, I'm trying to wrap it up here. So are you?
No, I know that was it. After that, I assumed you were gonna wrap it up.
Yeah. Okay. Then go on. Do you have anything else to say? No, you don't.
That was the point. Oh my god, you really aren't listening. Okay.
It's not that I'm not. Okay.
Just end it.
I'm fucking ending it. So.
Yeah. All right.
Well, do you want to end it because you could never end it before? Maybe
you genuinely think I could end it now? No, I'm not.
Now what I'm telling you is that I feel like I can't end it. How am I supposed to end it? There was big dick energy for that whole time, and then there's fucking me, beta ass Adam, coming to the end, be like, "Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you could like, favorite, and subscribe, that'd be great."
Well, fine. I guess I'll try to end it. This is gonna be dog shit, by the way. I'm not good at ending things. This is where your expertise comes into play.
My expertise is clearly way different, and we've discussed it. So I'm just reiterating.
All right, fine. Yeah. So this has been the Just One More podcast. Within the next couple of episodes, we're gonna be trying to honing in on our identity, a couple of other things that I value important. We'll have a lot of tough discussions. Let us know what you guys think, just because
genuinely.
Genuinely. Like, don't bullshit us. Like, I don't give a fuck if you rip me in the comments for being like a piece of shit, or rip Adam for being the beta ass that he is. Like, I don't care. Like, downvote the shit out of this. I genuinely, what I want for this is to grow. I want to be a better podcast. I want to be the best podcast we could possibly be. The only way we can do that is if you guys subscribe, share this with your friends, give us feedback. Anything else, like even something as simple as telling us, do you prefer this on YouTube? Do you prefer this on Spotify? Do you want us to go onto Spotify, onto iTunes, SoundCloud, stuff like that? So anything you guys do really helps us out. This has been the Just One More podcast. Come back for next week when we try to figure out what we're trying to actually do.
All right. See you guys later.
Peace.